Saddle up, ponies. It's laser time. What a cool intro. Man, who makes these intros?
Oh, very cool.
Very cool.
Hey everybody, it's Walker and Nick and I was supposed to say howdy at Full Spectrum Laser. And welcome to Inside the Laser Lab.
This is his first time. Oh, sorry, that was my line. And welcome to Inside the Laser
There we
Lab,
go.
where we kind of just walk. No, that's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a really fun show today where we, I think we're going someplace where no laser's gone before.
No.
At least as far as the internet will tell us, right?
Yeah, there's none examples.
No examples of this online. So this is the very first leather dog saddle that you will find laser cut.
I think it's because it's very specific.
Very specific, yeah. I mean, leather. I mean, I don't think we found another saddle that was laser cut, was it?
No,
it's hard to find anything.
actual saddle.
So if you're looking for a cool costume for your pet, we've got a cool one for you, and it is in the form of this saddle. Do you want to show them?
Yeah, let's show them.
So here it is. We've got Mr. Porgus P. Pig riding along. He's just hot glued on, but this is a leather and wood saddle that Walker designed this week that you can fashion on your dog with these straps.
Yeah, do we want to go in super detail right now?
Yeah, let's take the little camera. You can kind of walk people through the parts you like the most.
Alrighty, so I love the horn. The horn's really cool. One piece to wrap around that, and then I just love the layers because it's like a real saddle. And the actual scroll work, and then the little stirrups that the pig can't reach. But
Well, I mean, little piggy legs. You can't
yeah, it
discriminate.
can't do much. So
Give it a little shake. I think it's my favorite part. Is the
Oh,
action
yeah.
of it when it rides. He rides like he's riding a Bronco.
yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see our monitor and everything up on
I
it. It's
know.
kind of cool. Yeah, so this saddle you did, you created over this week. Now, what laser did you use to do this with?
So I did the 48 by 36, the PS48, as it's called now, and I just like using that guy because I can put my whole sheet of leather in there and just run them off all at once. And then cutting the 1/4 inch is just a little easier with the
I feel like Daft
91.
Punk with this thing on it.
I thought you looked really cool.
Did I?
I'm gonna keep mine
Keep
up.
yours on.
It's legit.
It's actually a lot better with the lights, to be honest with you. Like, I can see why
It's a
you guys
little
wear
bright,
these. Yeah,
yeah.
this is much better. I look like the two eyeballs right here with the light reflections. Look at those googly eyes. Whoa! All right. So, like you said, you're using the 90-watt Pro Series
Yeah.
with the leather. Now, what's the advantage using the higher powered laser with the leather?
So with the leather, it's I think an easier cut. The beam's a little bit higher quality when it comes to cutting through because that power. So
It's a little more strength, a little more energy behind it.
yeah, a little more energy. So with the 45 watt or 40 watt, you actually have to do double pass on this thick of leather, at least some with this density. And I just like running it off all at once.
Awesome. Well, we have some
Awesome.
pinspirations.
Yeah, pinspirations.
Pinspirations.
So we have a couple of inspirational things from Pinterest that we wanted to share with you guys. I love that little picture. So these were actually for spurs. This company makes these, and they just buy the buckles and the leather, and then they, finish their product with the spur holders.
So this is not necessarily a saddle, but
No.
saddle-like.
Saddle accessory,
Right?
For
so
all
if
the
you want to put,
equestrians out there.
absolutely, I think that's a really cool little thing to put on. Even if you're just going to be a cowboy for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
What a cool little addition to make your your outfit really.
You could even
legit.
make facade like cowboy boots. But
Oh yeah, you could probably just do the upper, make it look like any boot was a cowboy boot.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool too. Yeah. So what else you got here?
So we have a dog. So there's not many saddle things, not many saddle examples for lasers. So we have a dog.
So this is a full dog. That looks like a 4-foot high dog.
Yeah, and it's laser cut or CNC. And I thought this would be cool if you made it and you could put your saddle and all your dog accessories.
Oh, perfect. That's what you should do for the lobby. You should make one of those, and we should saddle it up with that. That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
make a Turner.
Yeah, make it a Turner or Lola size.
Oh, Lola. Okay.
Turner's
we'll
a little
do
low to the ground, right?
No, he's
He's tall.
yeah, he's big, dude.
Oh, I didn't know
he
he's that
stands
tall.
up and he's like this. He's huge.
He's huge? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great one. Then you have right on the dog, in the dog wheelhouse again.
Yeah.
How adorable are these?
These are tiny little cufflinks, and they're so cute.
Yeah, and what's great about that is you can get on Amazon or Alibaba, and you can get the little stems for the backs of the what do you call them?
The
Earrings
cufflinks?
or cufflinks.
Yeah, and those cost almost nothing.
Oh
right?
yeah, I think they when I buy them, I think they're like 5 cents, 10 cents a piece at the most, and those are like nice ones.
And you glue just the laser cut thing on it, and
Absolutely,
it's done.
a touch
Product's
of
done.
yeah, touch of super glue on the back, and like you can make hundreds of that product in an hour.
Yeah, because they're so small.
Absolutely, I did a run of cufflinks for a company who had a real simple circle logo, and I almost felt guilty.
Circles.
Yeah, taking their money. I was like, "You sure that I can cut this any shape you want?
Yeah.
You sure you want a circle?" I said, "Yeah, I think circle's probably the way to go."
Got you.
I was like, "No problem, boss. I got you."
Circles all day.
Yeah. And then this was a great leather example where they didn't make this this saddle by any means, but they engraved the what's that guard there that holds on the
It's like the saddle chap, I think it's called,
Saddle
right
chap?
on,
That
right
holds
above
on
the
the
stirrup.
stirrups?
Yeah, and so this company takes their laser and actually engraves like rodeo champions, like anything you want on that part of the saddle.
very, very cool. There's a lot of people who make a ton of money doing leather work, and if you can incorporate your laser in with some traditional leather work, there's a lot of cool things you can do.
Oh yeah, leather. No matter what, people feel it and smell it, and they're like, "This is leather. It's expensive.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
good.
yeah.
It's so good."
Even just doing simple things like keychains and such with a little bit of leather, really easy way to add a bunch of value. Now, we have some steps going through the process you use to make this awesome thing. Do you want to cut to the photos and the video first, or do you want to go through the process first?
Let's you make the call.
Let's go through the process real quick, and we'll see the finished result
All right.
at the end here.
There's so many steps to this. So first we have this step, which is the skeleton. Traditionally, I didn't know how to go about making this, right? So I did it exactly how they would a real saddle, which is a wood skeleton with leather on top.
I think we found that in a few other cases, right? Like when we made the pirate airship, we were toying about how to go about building it, and when it came down to it, we just made it like you'd make a real boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it look so real, but mini, it's perfect.
Oh, absolutely. I think I mean, just a little detail you took to put all those little bits of round around the front, I guess, lip of the saddle really gives it a great shape there.
Thanks, man.
I think that probably makes it easy to apply that leather too to get that shape.
Oh yeah, just to get it a little rounded.
And this is brilliant right here. This is one of your one-cut wonders.
Yeah, thanks, man. So this is the horn, and I think that's a very important part of the saddle. And that piece of leather that wraps around it is all one piece.
Do we want to show the horn again real quick on the little screen? Will that screw you up, Charles? It's just such great detail you did on this one.
Yeah, and that's all one piece. I love it. When I was a little kid, my mom had horses, and my grandfather had horses. And I would just look at the saddles because they were like on display, And I'm a little kid. I wasn't searching the internet back then, and I was just being wondering how beautiful they are. So then after I wrap it, I just stick it back on the skeleton, and then just start wrapping this thing with leather.
So that's basically the first bit of leather you do is on the horn there. Then you apply the horn, and then you start wrapping the frame.
Yeah, wrapping the frame with leather. So that rounded part, we're going to start wrapping, and
so you can do that forward lip first. Now this picture isn't super clear, but it looks like you just have excess leather kind of hanging off. You just start it on one side and then start stretching it around, right?
Yeah. Start laying it this way and then pulling in the tabs. There's actual tabs, like triangle tabs, that you glue down and then go next.
You mentioned they had to get the leather a little wet, didn't you?
Yeah. At some points you do to give it a little more stretch, and it depends on what leather you use.
So what do you do with leather? The thing you hear all the time is you don't want to take like a leather jacket out in the rain. You don't want to get your leather wet because it'll ruin it. How much? Like, is there too much? Is there how much water you want to use? Is it like a spray bottle with a mist, or do you dip it in the sink? Like, how much water do you need to?
I like literally throw it in the sink, like
really?
Get it all wet, and it'll dry up and it will shrink a little bit, but it will also stretch while it's wet. So if you can stretch it and then hold it in place, you're good.
Okay.
There will be slight shrinkage, but
you kind of want that though. You want the leather to shrink.
Yeah, tighten all around it.
So then you start laying down the back here.
Yeah, that's the back main top. I call that the top panel, and I just fit the horn through, and just let the front hang and the back kind of start taking shape.
And so then I'm assuming on these back panels you just laid this flat.
Yeah, I just lay it flat and start shaping it, and then I add another piece of wood on top of that front end so I can lay the leather on top of it. So
I
I
see,
glue
so
it.
it gives it that shape.
So yeah, it keeps that shape. This one has a lot of steps.
A lot of steps, but I mean, you kind of broke it down in an easy way where it's super detailed. Like when you look at this thing right away, the first thing in my mind was like, geez, how long did that take? But then when you said, oh, I started this just a day ago, like I was actually blown away. And then looking through the steps, I feel like I could do this now. Like I'm always a little intimidated by leather. I think I'm not shy about that, but I feel like I could make one of these now.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Now just glue it on that ridge and you're good to go. The front and the top are essentially done after the next step, which is gluing it all down. So you'll just turn it around, glue it all down so it can hold that shape of the wood.
So essentially you're going to glue down the first bottom piece to the wood and then also to the leather, or?
So yeah, that bottom, none of that skeleton was actually glued yet. So I just started bending it and gluing it.
Okay, that makes sense. And then you add the first bottom layer,
yeah,
right?
first bottom layer. All I did was literally feel the middle, start hot gluing, and place that guy right in center. And then there would be another panel that goes on that, just giving it that extra layer.
And if we want to look at this just real quick, Charles, these layers on the saddle just give it that really realistic look as it comes down. So that top layer there, if you want to point it out underneath his foot, is what was laid on top. Then these other two layers are what you're gluing to the bottom. That gives it that really authentic look. That's a really great job there. I'll just set that back down.
All
Thanks,
right.
Charles.
So, and then we just add the stirrups.
Now you said you could wrap and glue or glue. Is it the reason you just glue is because you don't need to hold that hard? Like you're not really supporting weight here?
Yeah, we're not supporting weight. We were talking about getting a woody doll, and if
Yeah.
we were going to do that, then we'd probably adjust the stirrups and make it a
Stick his
little
feet in there?
stronger. Yeah. Depends on what kind of doll you put on top, or you laser cut a doll.
Absolutely.
That would be really
Yeah.
cool. And then there you have it.
Look at that beautiful finished product. I mean, that just looks terrific. Then we have a couple pictures here, right? We tried it out on both of our puppies. Now,
Yeah.
that's even a better picture. I think that one shows with the rider on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's awesome.
It's an action shot. Yeah. Lola put it on, took it on a dry run. You guys might remember Lola from the adventure up at the top of. Where did I put that placard? Cathedral Rock.
Cathedral Rock,
Cathedral
yeah.
Rock. Yeah, we put it in. Lola came up to help put that up there. Here she is testing out the prototype of Walker's rodeo. What would you call this? Just dog saddle.
Dog
Let's
saddle.
call it the dog saddle.
Yeah.
Then the hound dog.
Oh yeah. Turn Dizzle
Right.
himself. He did not like
Yeah.
it. He didn't even want anything to do with it.
Yeah, Lola didn't like it either. She was basically running for her life there. We have a little video of it though.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Let's check that one out.
Early this morning in Las Vegas. I actually had to clamp it to her actual harness so that it wouldn't quit twisting around. You see here, I kept wanting to twist around just a little bit. And once I got it locked on there, I think this is a great show
This
here
is
where
cool.
it's just that pig is having the time of his life.
No, I love this. I love how it's not extremely polished, you know? It's just like you're having fun with Lola.
Oh yeah, this was just a few minutes with the GoPro this morning, yeah. We took it in slow mo so we could get some good shots and get you some good pictures, screen grabs of it.
Super action.
This one's pretty great there.
I'm surprised the pig made it. Survived.
Yeah, there was a moment where the pig was definitely being held underneath without his. He didn't want to be there.
He was scraping his pig head.
Yeah, yeah. But I think once we got it straightened out where it didn't twist around, I think that's the biggest part about the straps is like sizing it for your dog so that there's a nice firm hold, so there's no twisting of it.
And the file's made so you can just add the straps and adjust for your dog, or just add it to a harness. And also, if your dog's not the size of Lola or Turner, you can scale it literally to fit the 3 mil and cut it in 3 mil wood and then scale the leather down, and that will fit for 3 mil. It will fit like a dog, like a pug size.
Yeah.
So Jim Robinson.
Oh, Jim Robinson. There you go.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you log in real quick and we'll double check the Facebook comments. Sorry for missing you there on Facebook. Just having a little bit of internet connectivity here in the room.
Alrighty. So.
Should just be right there.
Nada?
Oh,
Videos?
there you go. Oh. Thought I just saw it.
Usually the live
Hey,
one's
guys.
right there.
Yeah, it's right up top.
Oh, there we
we
go.
are. Hey, there we are.
4 comments.
Let's see who we got. Sorry, guys, for this little delay. As you can see, Scott is out today. He had just a little bit of an issue to deal with. Apparently, that a large, what do you call it? Large lizard broke into his house last night, stole everything.
Dude.
Yeah.
Charles
I know.
been talking about the reptilians.
I know, like lizard people. It's like Hillary Clinton and everyone else, just like they can't stand it.
Oh, Yayo
Yo.
says hello.
Hello, Yayo.
And,
John
John.
Desno. Thanks so much
And
for
Jeanette?
Is Jeanette in with you, John? Both? No?
has this been tested for cats?
No testing on cats yet, John. We do apologize. My cat's name is Monster, and if you can guess by that name, it's not a cat to test out saddles
Yeah.
on. She's not the one.
I thought you had a cat named Pancake.
There was a pet named Pancake that was actually an ex-girlfriend's cat.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Sad. Alrighty.
Just kidding.
Well, I encourage them to make the saddle and put it on a cat.
Absolutely. I think a large cat, especially like a Garfield cat, something that
Yeah.
has a little bit of girth to it, would have no problem with
I
it
think
at all.
that'd be perfect.
Perfect. And I bet it'd be a little bit easier too to scale that down for something smaller. Like weight, I saw was becoming a little bit of an issue with Lola. I was like, I thought
Yeah.
maybe a little bit bigger would fit her better, but then I was like, if it was any heavier up top, like I feel like she would just, I don't know, she just wouldn't want
The
to do
pig's kind of heavy. He's got like sand in his bottom.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the saddle itself was probably, that's kind of what I meant. Like if we had gotten like the larger stuffed animal,
Yeah.
I just felt like it probably would have been too much. So that's probably
Yeah.
about as big as you want to go, to be honest with you. And I think anything smaller will probably just scale well. Yeah.
Great.
Great, good scaling
Great.
talk.
Great.
So we did have a couple questions that came in just about the Muse sale. First question here is, how long is the Muse sale going to last this time? Well, this is a limited quantity sale, so like really it depends on how fast we go through our inventory that we can provide this sale price at. Great sale. I mean,
Yeah.
you're basically getting $1,300 off with the Muse, Cool Box, Riser, Rotary. That's a small business in a box, $5,500. You can't beat that.
That's a good way to put it.
Absolutely.
A box. In a box.
Oh, a business in a box?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you were going to buy a franchise, you were going to buy another business. Like, if you bought a Muse laser cutter, you probably need to spend another $100 on Squarespace or Wix or whatever, get your online presence going, and you're in business.
Yeah, and that, I mean, you can go specific to what you're into. That's always the best because you have passion there.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't turn into a job.
Or
And
you
this-
provide service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And side gigs or second income's always good.
Absolutely. So keep trying to position my glasses so that they have eyeballs from the lights.
Oh yeah. Twist your head a bit.
If I turn, they
Tilt it.
tilt it so they're straight.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
I'm a robot.
We're weird today.
Oh, weird date. So we got the glasses on. Anyway, we do appreciate you guys tuning in. Those lights are so bright. I'm glad that you guys wear these.
yeah,
Jeez,
after that.
Scott, I'm sorry making fun of the blue blockers this whole time. That was silly. We just have one more question, though, it looks like. From Debbie, it's asking, every time I use my Muse, it seems like I have an issue connecting to the internet. Is there a way to improve my internet connectivity with the Muse? Absolutely. The way I do it at home is I actually run an Ethernet cable from the Muse to my router. What I did is I basically just moved my router from my spare room to my maker room and just have the Wi-Fi router in there so that I can run an Ethernet cable. Now, this might seem maybe a little much, but to run a 6-foot cable that comes with your system to your router, you basically then have the power of your Wi-Fi router connecting your Wi-Fi, and then you have a hardwired connection to your machine, which will not only improve like the speed of your machine, but how fast you're able to communicate back and forth. So if you want a way to really improve connectivity with your Muse and especially operating speed, hardwire that Muse into your router and then use Wi-Fi to connect. or just use Ethernet cable from the Muse right to your computer.
Yeah, and that's what I would do on a old Pro as well. So
Absolutely.
if you're running RE1 or RE3D is what it's officially called, then I always go hard connection from my laser to my laptop. Now sometimes there's issues there because laptop actual Ethernet ports are pretty weak.
Yep.
So I always suggest using a USB to Ethernet adapter, and that will solve any problems down the road not connecting to your actual machine.
So, and then a little side note, a pro tip, if you will, you can actually take your Ethernet connection on your Pro Series machine and connect it into your router as well, and that will give you a wired IP address. It's the same, so you can technically use old Pro machines with a wireless system. A lot of people just take an old router that they have laying around that they haven't used, or one that maybe was from a previous, Cox install at their house, or Charter, or whatever your internet provider is, the one that they said, oh, just keep it because it's an old router.
Yeah.
We'll just take that, plug it into the wall. You don't need internet connected to it. You just need it to set up a signal.
Yeah.
So plug your router right into there, and then you can have literally your own private Wi-Fi signal right there for your older Pro machine. Now, what's great about the new Pro machines is you have Wi-Fi built right in. You can actually have hotspots built right into your Pro
That's
machine
really
in
cool.
Muse. Yeah. So if you're at a trade show, you're at someplace else, and you really need to connect, and you don't have a Ethernet cable, or let's say you have a MacBook and you don't have an Ethernet cable to connect to, you can just set up a local hotspot right there using your machine and connect that way.
I really love using the new Pro because I'm in my office and then I don't have to go all the way to the warehouse to make sure everything's good. I can just run the perimeter.
Absolutely.
It's very awesome.
Very, very cool. Well, it seems like that's all we really have this week. Do we have any more questions coming in
Yeah.
on the Book of Faces?
Nope. So I just wanted everybody to know next week is the Very Halloween weekly contest. And you get 4 maker packs.
4 maker packs. That's, that's almost $100 worth of material.
And again, a lens or $250 off your next purchase here. So I think it's worth it, and it's going to be super Halloween, and we're waiting till Thursday, right?
Absolutely. So how do people enter? Just with the same
Same
hashtag, right?
exact hashtag. Hashtag, what is it?
FSL weekly contest.
There you go. I always mix it up.
It's really hard to remember. FSL has a weekly contest, and the hashtag you use is FSL weekly
Thanks,
contest.
man.
We complicate things for Walker here because we know, it gets a little.
Alrighty.
So from Walker, Nick, and the piggy.
Keep making.
Oh, is that our goodbye? Yeah, we'll see you next time. Keep making. Sorry.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like those videos, please subscribe. We got more videos of me over here.
Very easy to solve.